I hope that's not the. Um, all right, so today I'm going to be interviewing my roommate,
Hello.
Jaden. Um, Jaden, what is your daily and weekly schedule typically like?
So Sunday through Tuesday, I work Chipotle at 5:30 to usually close. During the day, I just do whatever. I'm usually hanging around the house, going grocery shopping during that time, and then Wednesday, Thursday, I'm at CVS, also closing. I'm 3 to 10. So before then, I usually sleep in and have about 3 to 4 hours of hanging,
Leisure time?
leisure time, if you will.
Leisure is the topic, so that's perfect.
And then after that, I have Fridays and Saturdays off. So I'm either in Phoenix, I travel a lot, or I'm hanging at home with the roomies watching South Park.
Nice. Approximately how many hours per week do you spend at work or school?
Now that I've started at Chipotle, probably anywhere from like 20 to 30, but before that it was 14. So
14 flat.
yeah.
About how many hours per week do you spend taking care of other obligations outside of work and school, like the housework and errands you were talking about?
I would say honestly most of the free time because I can't sit still. So if I'm at home, I'm usually doing like either laundry, I'm cleaning something, I'm doing something, but I don't have like a dedicated time to that, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
I just do it.
How many hours do you usually have for leisure in a day during the week? And then what about on weekends?
During the week, I would say anywhere from like 5 to 8, not counting sleeping. And then during the weekend, like most. I mean, I have Fridays and Saturdays off, so
Right.
all day, yeah, 24.
When, how much, and how often do you typically have more extended time off, like vacations or summer break? I guess since we're seniors, don't mention summer break because Jaden's already graduated, so there's no more summer breaks.
I still feel like it's summer though. Like I feel like that's usually when I have the most amount of leisure time because I also take a lot of time off for vacations. My family goes on vacations a lot because my brothers are young, so they have summer break. And so I think that summer is still my answer. Like usually July is my most relaxing and peaceful month, but we're moving this July, so that's going to be a little different this year.
I am too. It will be very different. You got me distracted. Do you feel like you have enough leisure time? Why or why not? And what would be a more ideal leisure schedule if not?
Now that I have graduated, yes. Before I graduated, absolutely not. There was no leisure time. There was only pain. So I would say systems are a great way of getting more leisure time. That's what I learned. You just gotta systematically write everything down, operate on like a very routine schedule. And now that I don't have school, that's opened up so much more time. And so I feel like leisure is a lot more present in my life, which has been very nice.
It's been nice to see on you. It looks good
Very
on you.
nice, thanks.
How much time do you spend using social media, texting, other apps, and internet surfing in a normal day?
Too much. Probably, I could check my screen time.
Yeah, just give us the real stat.
Let's do it.
Currently-
Daily average is 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Wait, that's really good.
Which is not bad, but that's also only counting today because it updated for the week. So
Okay.
Let's get an accurate read here. I don't know how to work this.
No, I think that's 2 hours and 65 minutes? Oh, that's pickups.
Yeah.
Okay, this video, we need to keep going.
Yeah, sorry. We'll just say I feel it's more than that, 4 hours. My answer is
Okay,
4 hours.
I feel like that's like more standard.
Yeah.
But 2 hours, I thought you like, that's not too
2
much.
hours is not accurate.
How much time do you spend watching shows or movies in a typical day? That's the soft spot.
I would say 1 to 2 hours. It's usually like a post-work activity until I go to sleep. So yeah, like 2 hours.
How would you say you typically spend your leisure time during the week? And then what about on weekends? And then also on like longer breaks and vacations?
Weekdays, it's definitely like either watching South Park after work or like house chores, hanging out around the house, cooking, whatever. Weekends, Phoenix, going up to Phoenix, hanging out with you guys, going on dates with my boyfriend, going out. Weekends are a little more chill, but it's like the same, I feel like, throughout the week too. Just kind of hanging at home.
It's that post-grad life.
I'm a homebody, yeah.
What leisure activities do you enjoy doing by yourself and which ones with friends?
I will only work out by myself. I do not like going to the gym with other people. With friends, most things. Like I like doing most things with other people. I like grocery shopping with other people. I like going to the mall. I like going out. I like doing my little photo shoots. I like traveling. Like, since I drive so much, driving with friends, that makes a huge difference. I don't like doing a lot alone. But going to the gym, that's a me activity.
Fair enough. What places or where do you like to go when you have leisure time?
Sedona. I love that place. California. Anywhere in California. I'm very excited to go there this month. In Tucson, I love going out for dinner. That's like my favorite leisure activity. I would say the Cork. If anyone needs a rec, that place is phenomenal.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, we do have a really good food scene. I agree.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorites in music, books, TV, and movies?
Ooh. Movies and TV, I'm really uncultured, so I'm just going to say South Park because it's
No, I like it too.
part of the daily, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I can't not say South Park. Music is everything. I listen to everything, but my top artists are probably The Weeknd and Drake. Tyler, the Creator's probably up there. God, don't ask me about music. That's way too long of a video. What was the other one? Books
and TV.
Right now,
movies.
I'm reading. What is it called? One of Us. It's a very interesting book about DID that my aunt got me. So that's actually a really good one. Other than that, I have not read in a very long time. I'm trying to get into it. So that's my attempt at getting back into the book land because I miss it bad. And I have no good recs outside of the Hunger Games and Harry Potter when I read in 5th grade. Like, it's been a minute.
Nice.
It's been a minute.
Okay, when you have leisure time and you're not in a rush, what kinds of food do you like to eat?
Soup.
I know that's
soup.
right.
And like making soup, it's so oh my gosh, soup. Final answer.
Nice. That was super easy. Okay. What's the what is the most amazing or unique leisure activity you've done previously or are doing right now? Most amazing.
Most amazing. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I read that right.
I would say the most amazing or interesting that I've done lately has been the grad photo shoots. I feel like that's been a fun like leisure thing that I've picked up. I'm trying to make it more professional, but right now it's very fun. Taking your guys' photos is very fun. And I don't really know. Amazing is a hard word for me to wrap my head around in terms of leisure.
Right.
Amazing leisure activities. Maybe cooking. I like to cook, so like maybe I cook something really phenomenal.
You have gotten pretty good at it.
But
yeah, that's fair. Are there any leisure activities you would like to do or do more often, but you're not able to? And what are the reasons you're unable to do these activities?
Pole dancing, and it's because my ceiling is uneven in my room, and I bought the pole, so it's really kind of just torturous at this point. But I really miss that, and I want to do that. Also, dancing in general.
And
want to get back into that.
The classes are so expensive.
So expensive.
So it's like if you can't put the pole in here, then you can't. Like,
what am I to do?
I don't know.
Go broke.
I remember. No, I remember. I had to cancel it on my card because it wouldn't stop.
It's really bad.
Really expensive. Yeah.
Student membership did not get you far.
No, not at all. It's like the same price. For anybody looking. Are there ways you feel like you waste your leisure time or wish you spent it differently? If so, how and why?
Yes, I want to spend less time on my phone, and I feel like that would be a very common answer. But
I said the exact same thing.
Yeah. No more. You gotta cut that shit out. Sorry. Cut it out.
We can't start over. We're 9 minutes in.
Just bleep it.
Okay. How is your leisure time and activities different now than at another point in your life? That one will definitely be good for you.
That's interesting. Well, now I live with my boyfriend, so I feel like I spend a lot more of my leisure time cleaning up. God, that's interesting. I honestly don't think that they've changed too much. I took up pole dancing in college, so that one's new. But for the most part, I've had pretty consistent hobbies, and like what I do with my leisure time is pretty consistent, at least since high school. So yeah, I feel like outside of cleaning more.
How would you say COVID-19 impacted your leisure time and activities?
The phone obsession. That was when doom scrolling got real bad. So I think that definitely I used to go on walks around my neighborhood and take photo walks. I would do all kinds of stuff. I have way more photos from 2010 to 2020 than I do 2020 post. So yeah, I would say just a lot more doom scrolling and a lot more time on the internet, which is is not my favorite thing.
Especially today.
Yeah. Log off.
Everybody log off of D2L. How much would you say you value leisure? And what about in comparison to work?
I very much value leisure. I have always lived by that rule. If I'm not, respectfully, if I'm not feeling a work, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take myself out of that negative space. Thank you very much.
Totally Gen Z.
No, leisure is like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like a priority because it's not a priority, but I just think it's like self-care and making sure that your mental is taken care of is way more important to me than clocking in for a shift. And so like, I'm going to show up for work. I'm going to do my job. But at the end of the day, if my leisure activity and my stress level is through the roof, I'm not doing it. I'm not cut from that cloth.
I like it.
I'm going to tap out.
To that tune, what role does leisure play in your physical, emotional, psychological, and or spiritual well-being and quality of life?
I think a very, very large role. Because I think anybody who struggles with stress and who is really, really going through it mentally is probably lacking in time for themselves and time to do what they want to do. Whether it's sit on the couch or go and hike or run a 5K, like everyone deserves time to do what they want to do. And so I would say that it plays a very big role in my life. It's everything.
I think I said something similar. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Would you say leisure plays an important role in your personal identity?
No, I would say yes. I don't know if identity is the word I would use for it.
Well, no.
Like,
so, okay, the end of the question. So, like, if so, how? For example, some people call themselves like a runner or an artist or like a photographer.
Okay. So yeah, I guess like photographer or like Chipotle Slayer.
She works at Chipotle.
Love that term.
Jokester.
Casual jokester.
Coffee
Connoisseur.
critique. Oh,
yeah.
Connoisseur is
Critique too, though.
Critiquer. Critic. Oh. Dismiss this. But
we're going with it.
We are.
That's my leisure.
So tell me about how it's like it plays an important role in your personal identity, and like, do you have like things that you think this is like off script, but like things that you feel pertain to like who you are that are not like also tethered to your leisure activities? Not counting work.
Honestly, I feel like my leisure activity, like I feel like what you do with your free time, especially because we're in such a work-heavy society, like what you do with your free time really does determine your identity, you know what I mean? And so like, yes, like photography is a huge part of my identity. Going out with my friends is a huge part of my identity, and like making connections with people is a huge part of my identity, and like all of that's what I do in my leisure time. So like, I feel like in terms of personal connection, it's more just like my personal life, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I live my life through my leisure time, so it's gonna be who I am.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, because like I don't know, I believe like your personality and like who you are is kind of like an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
But like you spend time with those people in like your leisure time.
Yeah.
So like I think you have a good point. Why do you think you have the leisure preferences and habits that you do?
Ooh, that's interesting. My photography comes from Anity, actually, my aunt. She was always taking pictures of us as kids.
Oh my god.
And she had a big girl camera. She had a really nice Canon, and so I was like, wow, like trying to be like that. And it just like from when I got my first camera when I was 10, I just never really stopped putting it down. I love it. Other leisure activities. What's the question? I already forgot.
Why do you think
why do I have them? Because I enjoy people. I'm very social. I like to go out and make connections and see what the world has to offer, and people are so interesting, and you never know what you're going to get. And so a lot of my leisure preferences, especially here in Tucson, involve like community and like going out and meeting people here, especially because we're leaving soon. I feel like I've been going out a lot more and getting to know people like that I didn't necessarily go out with or meet previously, because why not?
Yeah.
I got the leisure time.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I'm just sociable.
You are.
I just like the people.
You just like to make that soul connection a little bit. So that's how you wrote me in 3 years ago. 4 years ago. How has talking about and reflecting on your leisure time and activities made you feel?
I feel very calm right now.
too. Listening to you talk about this has been like so like relaxing.
I feel very at peace, but I do have to clock in soon, so.
Oh, true. Okay, well we're almost done.
No, not soon, but I just mean like that's like a bit of a damper on the calmness.
That's fair. That's very
But
fair.
this has made me feel calm.
Good.
Calm and leisure.
Just trying to buff out a little bit of those pre-shift nerves.
Exactly.
So this one will be just like quick run through questions or demographic questions.
Okay.
So, what do you do for work, and what did you study?
I study neuroscience, and at Chipotle, I do dishes. I'm a prep closer, and at CVS, I'm a shift supervisor.
City, state you live in?
Tucson, Arizona.
Where were you born?
Phoenix, Arizona.
What's your age?
22. How do you think about that?
Ooh. God. Just kidding. What gender do you identify with?
Female.
What racial and or ethnic groups do you identify with?
White.
What is your sexual orientation?
Straight.
Who else lives with you in your current household?
And my boyfriend Prem, who's playing Fortnite.
Do you have any children? If so, what ages? Not counting me and Prem.
No.
What's your religious affiliation, if any, and how often do you attend religious services or ceremonies?
I would say agnostic.
What's the highest degree or level of education you have completed?
Bachelor's of Science.
What languages are you capable of speaking fluently?
English.
Can you share any disabilities you may have, if any?
None.
Too funny, maybe. Sorry.
Too dope.
Sorry. How would you describe your political views?
Liberal, but confused. Thank you.
I think I said something like that too. I created like a gray area. I was like, I hit the fiscally conservative, socially progressive.
Don't ask me right now.
I don't know, because they're kind of
Mad.
Approximately, what is your annual combined household income?
If I use last year's 50K, this year's we don't need to talk about.
That 50K as a full-time student, not to like glaze you for my school video, but like 50K as a full-time student is crazy. Anyway, this is Jaden. Jaden, thank you so much for your time.
You.
Let's try to get this uploaded.
Let's get leisure.